A lawsuit filed by the family of a victim of an upstate serial killer says red flags were ignored. That court case, one of two that went before a Spartanburg County judge today, having to do with Todd Kohlhepp.
And there's also a new criminal charge against his only living victim. But let's start with the court cases, one of which alleges a major retailer helped play a part in Kohlhepp's crimes.
The lawsuit filed by the mother of Johnny Coxey, one of 7 people Todd Kohlhepp killed, alleges the negligence of Academy Sports, quote, resulted in Academy supplying an arsenal of at least 9 weapons to a straw purchaser. That's someone who supplies guns to people who can't pass the necessary background checks. It lists a dozen red flags associated with Dustin Lawson's purchase of several weapons over a 10-month period, guns that were sold to Kohlhepp, a convicted felon.
Well, the court is considering arguments that from Academy that the case should be dismissed.
Today, attorney Jonathan Lowy argued the case should proceed, presenting the judge with a file of other cases across the U.S. that also cite exceptions to a law that provides immunity for the gun industry known as PLACA.
But it must be a knowing violation, or it must be actual knowledge, or a willful blindness. And all of the cases that have been cited by the plaintiff are typical straw sale.
And while the attorney for Academy asked for a dismissal, the judge seemed to give some indication of how he'll rule.
To understand what these facts mean, it seems like this case has to proceed to discovery.
The same judge heard arguments today in another case involving the division of Kohlhepp's assets to victims.
Because Kayla is still alive, still obviously struggling with trying to heal from her injuries, it was agreed that she would get 50% of the assets, and then the other claimants would divide the other 50% equally amongst them.
So far, the court-appointed receiver has collected $350,000, which should be distributed in a matter of weeks.
And we will let you know as soon as there's a decision on whether the lawsuit against Academy Sports can proceed. Meanwhile, one of Kohlhepp's victims is now in trouble with the law herself. According to court records, Kayla Brown is charged with third-degree criminal domestic violence. Greenville County deputies say she admitted to punching someone earlier this week at a home in Piedmont. Brown was, of course, held captive by Kohlhepp in 2016, as you might remember. Her attorney says that he expects the charges will be dropped.